I now give the floor to Ms. Susana Malcorra, Under Secretary General and Chief of the Cabinet.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished members, colleagues, and friends. I'm representing today here the Secretary General, who, as you know, is traveling. And this is the moment we are bringing to your attention the first report of the Secretary General after your decision and your approval and your endorsement of his proposal to create UNMIR and to have this architecture of the Special Envoy and the mission as the chapeau to bring together all the interventions by the United Nations systems and hopefully beyond. I will briefly say to you that the Secretary General conveys his appreciation to member states for the very strong response to his appeal. We have seen the reaction coming from all corners of the world. We have seen different types of support coming from large countries, from medium countries, from small countries, both in terms of financial resources, human resources, technical support, which the Secretary General fully appreciates. We are working on this as part of a larger response that goes beyond the UN system itself. We are working very closely with the African Union. We are working very closely with partners who are intervening on the ground directly, trying to make sure that our response is coherent and really is aligned with the priorities and the plans as set by the most affected governments. This is a very elusive disease. It's a disease that moves and that doesn't stand still in any single geographic location. It requires from all of us collectively the readiness to adapt, to adjust, to evolve, to change the response as needed. And I think this capacity to be able to read the reality and to adjust to the reality will be absolutely critical in the weeks to come as we see, and as will be case be made, that some of our initial thinking has been proven different in the realities on the ground. We also need to be very mindful that while we intervene in the short-term, immediate response to the emergency, we need to start thinking, planning, and building the longer term, because clearly the impact of this emergency has been broad, has been huge, and is having a real long-term result that we need to work with collectively. So without further ado and without taking more time, because it is important for you to hear from the ones who are more directly involved in the response, I will thank again the President of the General Assembly for convening this meeting, and I will assure you that we will come back to you with further reports so that you can closely follow the progress of the work we are doing together. Thank you, sir.